Welcome back channel, TrainStation2. Alright, get our first in the fifth competition. I'm going to spend all my 600 event coins. Alright, so this is the start of the fifth competition as usual, starting 12 hours late. Collected all the EP head start, a good number of them, especially two of those jobs with 100 EP and 70 EP. So with that, we got a total of 200 over EP. Easily went up to first in the ranking chart. So the only thing we're going to do really is to stock up the event raw materials so that we can start producing them around the clock. And very importantly, we have to do that 100 EP jobs every turn. So it is 100 EP every hourly, and with that 100 EP, it's going to make a huge difference. Along the way of the competitions, we faced two stiff competitions from the second guy in the ranking chart. At one stage, he was almost, I think we are on par. Had not probably at a different time zone, I would have lost easily. So again, I said importantly, 100 EP jobs, that's one you should be focusing on, nothing else. Just imagine this, you do 100 EP, it's almost equivalent to 3 numbers of that 30 EP or 35 EP. So just got to bear this in mind. That 70 EP job will be really tough, but of course, that being said, because that job probably you can do because if you do not have enough legendary train to do the job, or even you may not have gotten your first legendary, then that 70 EP job, you have no choice but to focus on it. So if you have at least one legendary, then go ahead and focus on the EP 100 EP job, because it just means 2 hours to generate 100 EP vis-a-vis probably 3 hours or so to generate the 70 EP. So that makes a huge difference. The 70 EP jobs seems to request a good number of materials that they ask for, so it's not so easy. You can see here 440 so instead of 80. So it is really very disturbing to see how mathematically that is being produced in terms of the EP vis-a-vis the inputs. Of course, like I said, is because they wanted to give advantage to people who are willing to pay, and then eventually, because they pay, they could get legendary train, and that's why they keep on winning. But again, like you can see, I'm not a paying customer, I'm a free-to-play. So winning competition is a must. How do you do that starting late? Products, also called produce from the Christmas factory, should be out round the clock. In order to do that, every time you send out the trains for dispatch, do go and collect a round or two of raw materials first. Then you can keep the production working. And of course, you gotta clear out the warehouse spaces. If you have like small warehouse like me, then you're going to put all the completed products into the non-event factory. So and of course the raw materials in the input factory of the non-event factory itself. Alright, so of course, besides that, you have to basically make use of the union dollars to increase the capacity of your event trains. That's because if you don't, you may have to lose out in the first 3 competitions. Why do I say first 3? As usual, that's the only first 3 competitions I think worth it in terms of putting in all the investments of gems, union dollars. Basically, it's because the first 3 are the easiest. The last 3 will be tougher because people are really fighting to get the shortage of event coins. So you really have to think through, strategize how you do things. Alternatively, you could strategize in a way once you get a legendary, and then you go ahead to do that union dollar spending to upgrade that, and probably that will also be another strategy to work with. But for me, I'm quite lucky most of the time, get a legendary of the 1000 event coins by the end of the 3rd competition. For this one, I missed it in the first competition. We got second, and we are just shortage by 20. Because we got 980, we need 1000, so we managed to get it only on the end of the 4th competition for that 1000 event coin. But prior to that, in the midst of a start or in the fourth competition itself. Along the way, I already obtained that 4,000 event keys legendary, so that actually helps a lot. And of course, we have both legendaries on board. You can see now it's so obvious in terms of the EP gap that we've created. I think 1,000 over EP gap. People must be thinking that I'm a paying customer, but I'm not, because I have two numbers of the legendary, so that works magic in competitions like this. And people will be screaming and say that, oh, this must be a bot or this must be a paying customer that spent thousands of gems, but that's not true. I didn't spend any gems starting from the fourth competition onwards. What I usually do, I only spend in the first three. So that's the reason why it's relatively important to know when to spend and when not to spend. Why am I not spending? Because now I'm saving up from the fourth competition onwards the amount of gems in Union dollars and gold, so that we can invest into the next long event. So that's the reason why I'm saving. And why am I not spending is also because once you get that legendary train of 1,000 event coins, anything extra in terms of the event coins when you win the competitions, it just goes, the next precious items will be 10 numbers of that coin packs. And after that, it's just I will say, useless parts, because without coins they are useless, and it's not fantastic rewards to fight so hard and you're going to spend your precious Union dollars or gems for. So that's the reason why I always just aim for that legendary train, and the rest of it is just bonus if I have it. If not, it doesn't matter. So that's the reason also how you can save up. If you've been spending everything, you will not be able to win in the next long competition. So it's always a strategy to save enough so they prepare for the next long competitions. And of course, with the last competition coming about, you may have to fight hard if you're just missing a bit of the event coins, and hopefully you get that 1,000 event coin legendary. As for the event keys, after spending that 4,000 event keys, I felt that I may have a chance of winning an epic, but it seems like going to work really hard. I may be giving it up eventually. If we are just missing by 100 or 2, then we'll just go for the rare, the common, and as well as a special building, and the rest goes to parts. Just like this, we're spending all the event coins just for parts, which are totally useless. You can see here, it's not precious items you can win from the event coins anymore. So you can see a very huge difference, almost 1,700 EP difference. So that's the amount, how much you can generate and how fast you can go by focusing on the 100 EP and the 70 EP job. So thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. I hope you good luck for the last competition and happy holidays. Goodbye.